damage. We want some for the side of Dota. And so against the Dragon Knight could be huge. I mean, Venomancer, yeah, that hero has a 100% lose rate in this tournament, and honestly, rightly so if you ask me.
Choose your hero.
But against the Dragon Knight, against the Witch Doctor, and against the Grimstroke, the Venomancer is very effective. I mean, with a Witch Doctor, the huge amount of AoE, the huge amount of... well, just being a nuisance that Venomancer and Enchantress as well bring those huge amounts of harass that you constantly have to sustain yourself through, that you constantly have to heal through, kind of takes away the benefit that having sustainable regen that you just have to spend Witch Doctor a support's mana pool for. Not that great of a deal as it per default is, you know?
Ten seconds. 5 seconds remaining.
So, we got the drafts about ready here. We are still waiting for the load in. With that Lycan last pick, TNC Predator, they definitely got to finish this game fast if they do want to remain in charge here. That Morphling already got the late game secured. Could be a mirror of last time with the Terrorblade. However, just like last time, having the late game, being the hero that just has the most carry potential, doesn't always guarantee you a win. Yet it guarantees you a bit of an advantage. Able to use, abuse, and scale that advantage is a bit of a pain. I mean, on a Morphling is gonna be less horrible than a Terrorblade, that's for sure. You got way better momentum, especially with something like any Terrorblade. Together with that Adaptive Strike, you got the potential to nuke down anyone from a decent amount of health and can snowball that way pretty hard. But who else will be snowballing this game? For sure it's TNC Predator, because they got a creep army, they got a Beastmaster to go with it. Let's see, I mean, I also really like that there's custom summoned units. There's a bunch of really sexy Lycan Wolves. These ones aren't so sexy if you ask me. I like those bushy-tailed ones that look all worth 3 like.
30 seconds to battle.
That creep army is only going to start getting bigger once both Lycan and Beastmaster have Necrobooks, at least if they are gonna go double Necrobook. I'm not quite sure about that, but I could definitely see 2 Necrobooks picked up, just so that with the Beastmaster Roar, you get the creep army to do enough work for you in the team fights, because this Venomancer, he may not be the best of late gamers, he may not be a relevant carry, and I may not like the hero a lot as is, but that doesn't mean his magical damage throughout the early to mid game, when he picks up a Kaya especially, doesn't have the potential to just allow him to win a fight with a single ultimate, to tear through a Lycanthrope faster than he can bring the fight to you, really. Just watch Lycan tick out as he makes his way away with the ultimate. Over on the mid lane, Dragon Knight against Void Spirit. I mean, Void Spirit should be able to farm a lot, but It's Dragon Knight favored, and it's Dragon Knight favored exactly depending on the amount of regen the Void Spirit has to purchase and the Dragon Knight hasn't. Plus the fact that Dragon Knight as a strength hero generally has a little bit more of a damage range with that brief fire. We can see him try and annoy the Void Spirit here a little bit as well, but usually you just have the larger lasted range as Dragon Knight, plus that built-in regen, meaning your opponent's gonna be forced to purchase a lot of salves to go pick up a lot of runes for that bottle, all the while Dragon Knight can just AFK in lane, mess with Void Spirit's last hits. There is a reason why that's a very one-sided matchup usually. Gabby, he's already saving for his Necro Book. He really just wants those creeps to work with Venomancer, however, doing what Venomancers like to be doing at this stage of the game, getting Lycanthrope low, getting him really darn low. Gabby isn't going to take out, on the contrary, he is going to send in his wolves to deal a bit of return damage while trying to maintain his last hits. But look at that, the Venomancer pulling away the creep wave, all the while trying not to die to the Grimstroke. Grimstroke needed one more hit there and he would have been fine. But now that Venomancer is solving up, getting the solve cancelled though with the Lycan Wolves. This bottom lane is really just regen being traded. It's really just either team looking to find the lead, especially TNC would really want a good chunk of gold going in their favor early on here because they have no comeback scenario, they have no comeback condition if that Morphling comes online. But for the time being, they do not really have to worry about that much since CZY not having that much of a lane, Witch Doctor plus Beastmaster, an insanely strong combo. Beastmaster opting for a Necro Book as well, so there is gonna be the cask into Necro Books, into Necro Creeps just flying out, ready to hit somebody.
Denied.
Agnes is doing a really good job. He is outlast-hitting the Dragon Knight by a lot. Yeah, outlast-hitting the Dragon Knight. It kinda also means that you have to spend a significant amount of regen, and the second Agnes has no more bottle charges. You can see him immediately do a lot worse in the laning stage here. But every single bottle just gives him so much of regen and lane sustain. And he is outlasting the Ember Spirit that if he picks up enough runes, he may just come out ahead out of this laning stage. The rune in favor of Team TNC, who I think now have at least a solid enough gold lead that they should stay ahead in gold for a bit. Brandon Bowie got himself a Centaur and he's already being scary with those repeat-eyes, so adding stun to the mix only makes that chance kill potential bigger, only makes that top lane harder. However, who we aren't seeing right now is Marginalized Witch Doctor. Left the top lane, is currently sitting around mid, waiting to set up a potential kill. All the while Ent is taking a creep and also going over to the mid lane, so... No. Come on, they can't do that. Apparently we got a bit of a disconnect while there is a gank from the Ent coming in from behind onto the Dragon Knight. There is a potential fan rotation possible towards the mid lane, but TNC, they already got both the Grimstroke and the Witch Doctor rotated in, and in the process of wrapping around for that kill with a good bouncing cask, with a good coconut here. You could definitely see this White Spirit go down. If he doesn't go down, well, I mean, he is hard to kill. He does have his level 6 already. If that gank would have occurred just before the Void Spirit hit level 6, this would have been a way better setup for the side of TNC, but...
Meepo! 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 Meepo!
And there is the go called after a short cooldown. We are back into the game. Let's see. Rotation onto Agnes is still gonna happen. Apparently, the Witch Doctor is just gonna throw a follow-up. The Enchantress will secure the Arcane room there. I'm fairly certain Armel's happy as long as his lane opponent didn't get it. What he isn't happy about is losing March that instantaneously, as the Clockwork does indeed roam over to the mid lane. Fan got his impact made, got his job done already here. And it seems like Dota Hero, after that, they do not seem too set on pushing the aggression. On the one hand, I really get it, because they have a Morphling, they just want to create space. On the other hand, with how fed they are, with how well Dota Hero have managed to pull ahead in this laning stage, to even, despite TNC constantly being more on point for the runes, more on point whenever there's 2 rotations being made for farm. This still kind of feels like Dota Hero are in a spot where they can right now go for kills, go for a couple of early smokes if they feel so inclined. Just make sure they keep that momentum going, they kill off the Lycanthrope, perhaps shut him down. Because Lycan, yeah, well, maybe not even completely shut him down, but if you gank him hard enough that he commits a phase shift and then get out, it would be huge. Lycan is following the meta as such, skipping the boots completely here. And yeah, you can kill him with an ultimate up, but if you can make him use that ultimate, you can then kill him for the next 100 seconds. So that Gabby shapeshift being committed here would be... There is Brandon Bowie forcing him to commit it. As I talk about the game, they are going to get ganked. Gabby turns things around with shapeshift. Now they just have to get out Venomancer and will do an excellent job. Joyan still alive with the Lycan ultimate put on cooldown. This is the chance, this is the opportunity for Team Dota Hero to double down on that bottom lane. Really just lay claim to that lane. Say, hey, that's ours, and make sure the enemy does not get a chance to take it back.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Venomancer, he is doubling down on that Venom Ward build. I like it. I'm not so sure about him maxing this Sting, but we are again to the point where the slow is just too important not to have a couple of points in it anyhow. Beastmaster with the Necro creeps of his own, who are, when under his control, hitting amazingly fast. I mean, Inner Beast is already 20 extra attacks, and it only keeps on adding. The Medi Creep does have a lot of base attack speed now, does have a lot of slow attack speed scaling since he got patched, but last level Necro Creep with the last level Beastmaster aura is gonna be huge. So the Venomancer did just get got on that bottom lane, well, on the mid lane. It looked like Tims and Armel were gonna go for an initiation, but They saw there was a clockwork there, so they didn't jump on Agnes. Oh, there is the jump from Agnes now onto Tim's. And as he's running for his life, in comes the Void Spirit, finishes him off with a right kick. There is now Armel with that ultimate committed, but against 3 heroes, what can he really do? Well, it looks like he can be a nuisance. Well, getting pushed out of the lane, but just slowing things down, slowing down the push a little bit. He's gonna cut it here. Jumping on the lycanthropes, hit up with that. So the centaur would have, if that ram was up the mark, was a misspot. Gonna kill off Joy this level. As Huya on the enter being dropped, and now Void Spirit moves out of there, but it's just gonna get caught. It's gonna get caught up. TNC, they have a pretty good idea of where the enemies are. They do manage to pull ahead here. I don't think Dota Hero minds that much. Of course, they would not have liked that many people.
Dire's middle tower is drowned.
We lost left and right.
What's this?
Morph, however,
Dire fortified
he
their
is
structures.
popping up. He is starting to secure himself a good amount of gold. I am going to switch over to net worth here, and you can see the more he is almost where he wants to be. Would like to have a little bit more farm. Would have liked to have a little bit more of a steady going lane, but at least still in the top 5 net worth, still the top net worth from his team. And CZY, he has a lot of space created for him to farm as long as he's able to take that space, as long as the enemy isn't able to shut him down, isn't able to catch this Morphling. I could definitely still see him having a game here. This TNC securing the advantage in their favor once again, as TNC just need to farm themselves right now. Don't quite have enough push to feel comfortable running up the tier 3 high ground.
Dire's top tower is about to take the plunge.
Radiant's bottom
And
tower
it looks
faces a
like we
stiff
got
wind.
Beastmaster trying to go for a bit of a top push there, but
Radiant's middle tower can't handle this deluge.
Radiant fortified their structures. Attack
TNC,
the
they're forced to
hero.
group up around the mid lane. Dota Hero
Dire's top tower
all in
is under attack.
position to take a fight from the sidelines there. With the Witch Doctor smoke wearing off, it may actually be possible. The push at the top lane is gonna get kicked up into farm for the Morphling. Down goes March on the Witch Doctor. Now 2-man stun with the Grimstroke ultimate, and the Dragonite just doing so much work. I did say that Grimstroke was gonna be huge, and it's gonna result in 2 clean kills here in a row.
Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff wind.
It's a very close game. However, CZY, I wonder what build he's gonna commit for. I wonder what core item he's gonna go for, because this Morphling, he needs to be starting to impact those fights. Yeah, Venomancer's still doing a huge job by just continuing the same thing he's been doing all game. Put down a crap load of plague wards, wait for a creep to run into them and die by 1,000 walls of spit, I guess.
Dire's top tower is about to take the plunge.
Down goes top tier.
Tower is gone.
Radiant's middle tower can't handle this deluge.
And with, looks like Team TNC, they do have to push. If they're just able to commit for a
Dire's
lane,
top tower
they're
is
gonna
under attack.
over looking for a follow-up. They can just lock somebody down for the creeps to hit. Even if it's an Enchantress who you hit, pretty soon get the damage Brandon Bowie is taking from everyone there. With those creeps getting attack speed, Enchantress isn't that resilient to them, isn't completely immune to dealing with that kind of stuff. Over on the bottom lane, things are gonna escalate. We got Void Spirit can testing out Rune immediately. He just throws out all of his spells while still can. Now Agnes gets caught, takes a lot of tower hits, does a lot of damage over time, and that's gonna be an easy kill on the Void Spirit. Yet another kill on Giant. In exchange for March there, who just nobly sacrifices himself with that Death Ward. It's a 2-for-2 so far with TNC now having a 1k gold lead, that of course being mostly tower gold. But with that Encha going down, that means that TNC can push out the bottom lane, can farm the bottom lane here. Okay, well, there's the next creep wave anyhow, so...
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
With that, we could see the next lane of towers getting contested. We could see TNC try to lock their opponents into the base with nothing more but tier 2 towers standing, or tier 3 towers standing to defend it even. I mean, that tier 2 on the mid lane you may not want to push for until you go for the high ground push anyhow, especially with this draft from TNC, and KPI is gonna get ran down there in the end. Clockwork did get dropped as well. Lycanthrope, he comes in, he kills up Agnes. Agnes just says, well, yeah, I cannot kite you, I do not have the ultimate anymore, and he goes on down. Lycanthrope, he got value from his ultimate. Could now just resume AFK jungling, so I really think a tier 1 standing, 2 tier 2 still standing, so you can't just like have 1 tier 2 in the lane that you're gonna push towards the base with anyhow. I don't know, TNC. They're the push team. I think they're playing very safe, very conservatively considering how much push they have and how much damage those creeps do at this stage of the game as well.
Radiant using echolocation?
And saving up. Okay, he's got his Dominator coming in now. Saving up for an AC next. Once he gets that AC, it's really gonna be TNC's main timing because they are gonna fall off. Dota Hero could very well take this game off the back of the Morphling still, which is why TNC need to be playing aggressive, need to be taking objectives left and right, and Giant will manage to just teleport out of there. Without the Dragon Tail, nothing these boys can do to prevent any kind of teleport out. And well, TNC right now, they're taking a fight, winning a fight, at best taking one objective, if not just a little bit of like pushing back out the lanes. But with every fight they do, snowball their gold lead a little bit ahead. However, whether they're doing that quickly enough to shut down the Morphling is another question entirely, as Morphling saving up for his Ethereal Blade. Once he gets that, he's gonna have a lot easier time killing off people left and right. TNC now going for a Roche. And while they do have the creeps to contest the Roche quite easily with,
top tower is on the rock.
They don't have any kind of a good counter initiation. If TNC get engaged, then all they have to work with is Gabby's ultimate to defend the Roche, could try to still get the Roche. Roche gets taken down as well with Armel on the Dragon Knight, picking up that Aegis. This could be the timing for TNC to finally go for a bit of push, finally push the aggression a little bit here with their ton of creeps as well, because every time that TNC end up going for some kind of an objective, Morphling Split pushes out one lane, Venomancer deep pushes one lane, in this case the mid lane, making it completely uncontestable here. Joyson, he's just gonna go for that Aura Venomancer build, which on the one hand is a very effective build, and look at that. KPI, he realizes, oh hey, but guys, by the way, more from the Ethereal Blade.
Double kill!
Arch goes down next, and this morph. He may actually be online just in the nick of time. I mean, TNC, if they had just pushed a tower or two more, I feel like it would already have put them in a so much better spot right now. But Armel, he has the Aegis, but he doesn't really have a lot of threatening damage output. I mean, Dragon Knight, a lot of people play him just with a Blink Dagger with BKB, because you got most of your damage built into your toolkit by your ultimate anyhow. In its face, well, beats are coming from behind for the tier 2. Tower race is exactly what TNC want here, even if it would start with tier 1 versus tier 2 trade. With their push, they take a tier 1 and tier 2 and their half of the runes. Same time that this mid tier 2 is falling, especially with that fortification being committed like that. Over on the bottom lane, Dota Hero, they are preparing to defend this. They want to defend this actually, and they will, as that's just a Witch Doctor one-shot for full health. The next one to go down, maybe a lot slower, but will still go down. It's gonna be Gabby on that Lycanthrope. However, in exchange, the Morphing got killed up. Now Argus is just gonna go down to Armel. That Dragon Knight, he would love to die. He would love to just get killed up just so his team doesn't have to. But he is starting to realize, yeah, if I die right here, my team is just gonna get cut up. Really come in and help me. So he's gonna instead go to the sidelines, find a beautiful gank on the Venomancer. Still has that Aegis now to push with. Has KPI standing next to him as well with the beast ready.
The tower is under attack.
They're trying to bring down Radiant's top tower.
There's a lot of push coming out from the Dragon Knight. Just for that splash attack alone.
Got sent to the bottom.
Really
Losing that Morphling there is so huge, and yeah,
Bottom tower won't
it's easy
last
why
long.
he is capable of one-shotting people, bursting them down from half health, but I mean, the support's even for full. That doesn't mean you're online. If you get caught, if you do not get to morph strength, if you're not strong enough to get to morph strength in the first place in any team fight where you realize, oh damn, I'm going to die, then you're still a very low impact morphling. The reason morphling is so good, you got all of the advantages of glass until you get caught, and then just tank. Agnes, meanwhile, got killed up on the mid lane. I'm not sure if he Void stepped in or if he just got caught. Clockwork, though, he is going to get caught for it. There's no reason to go in there after watching his Void Spirit die, and probably just want to get some cheeky vision or whatever. Either way, he got caught by the entirety of TNC there, who are now heading their sights on the mid tier 2 instead, after being pushed back from bottom tier to tower there.
Tower just got knocked down.
Morph gets caught once again, wants to do that thing where you just go sit in your opponent's jungle, farm your opponent's jungle, while the entire opponent team goes looking for you, but it didn't quite work out, because honestly, Dota Hero, you can see them getting desperate. They just made one of the most advanced plays there is in Dota, and it's a play that really works out if you know what you're doing, but you need to have vision. And that's the vision that Team Dota Hero is lacking here, but they know they need to play like they have vision in order to intimidate TNC, perhaps get TNC to slow down their push, but look at that. Instant kill. They are not going to slow down their push one little bit, but they are going to slow down. It's currently a Champus. Not quite now, as Armel gets turned on, gets hookshot on, he still hasn't. No, he actually doesn't have an Aegis. That is really bad timing for that to be reclaimed. Just like a minute ago or something, mid-fight there.
Thanks.
So it looks like TNC, as long as they're able to snowball their lead, wait for the next Roche, while keeping the opponent locked in their half of the map, preferably locked in their base. But if you can just have Lycan's creeps farm off a good deal of that dire jungle, it's already a favorable gold lead for you, because Radiant, of course, can also farm their own jungle still. They are now just in charge of this map, are just pulling ahead more and more, and it's up to Dota Hero to try and turn this around. They are immediately grouping up with only the Void Spirit being a little bit behind, and Gabby lagging once again. Let's hope we get that fixed. Let's hope he isn't still on his VPN or something, because we got another Fnatic match after this, TNC match after this one. Are there any Fnatic matches today? They are the other, like, established tier 1 team in this tournament that a lot of the other teams have to fear, but no, we got up after this best of 2, TNC against Sirius, followed by CL Combat versus Reality Rift, followed by Boom versus Sirius. So both TNC as well as Sirius playing twice now.
And we're underway.
And well, it looks like we got the go. We got from the side of Dota. We're still looking for a fight. Dragonite is gonna be their initiation target. An awfully tanky target, but with an Ethereal Blade and all of their magical nukes thrown out on target, even the Dragonite isn't gonna die.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Or well,
attack.
he is gonna die, but he isn't gonna die while creating space, because that's really all that the Dragonite needs to do.
Radiant's middle tower can't handle this.
Even if you just get out the Dragon Tail, put a brief fire on all of them while you like take a lot of big abilities to the face, your team can then fight and reduce right click damage and no more big abilities. But look at that. Speaking of big abilities, out comes the roar into 2 counts on Argus and Giant, and Gabby goes down. Gabby kills off the Enchantress. I don't know what that Lycan has against that Encha. She's still not the most effective target, but Gabby, he really just likes having that huge damage dealer out of the fight, it seems, since every single time we see Lycan spot an Enchantress anywhere near his range, he's gonna send the entire creep army plus himself running after her. Quick as possible pace. TNC, they're going for a chain stun up here on the Morphling. Do lock him in place while he switches strength, but what use is strength when you have 0 armor to then deal with the creeps? For solo kills. You can see they just melted the Rex down to half his health. And there we go with the Grimstroke ultimate into a 2-man stun, into a 2-man Ingrave, into kill, and another one. I think this could very well be GG, if not at least Venomancer forced to buy back. TNC, they do not want to stop pushing here. They still have an epic growing creep army. As things go off cooldown to resummon those creeps, there's only 4 of them.
Is about to take the plunge.
That is it's how it smells right now. This is really ridiculous, and looks like TNC, they are gonna turn this into a 1-1 if they can get away with this and only really push up bottom tier 2 tower to... Well, there is a Roche up as well, so TNC, they may just want to get an Aegis, get that tier 4 push bottom going down. I do feel like they should always go for Megas here. Their strat is too much push and too little late game. TNC would love to get a chance to run into the Roche pit here. They know full well how risky that can be without a pick of some kind of a vision advantage to help you. like Brandon Huya is the only one so far. TNC, they don't quite get to escalate on anybody as they don't have any vision. As for the Morphling, here saving up for Lincoln Sphere, that is gonna make his life a lot easier. Having extra survivability, more importantly, having something against that Beastmaster Roar, against all that single target lockdown that TNC used to get their creep to hit somebody. But I feel like it may just be a little too late. I mean, that Morphling, as soon as he stops one-shotting people, even if TNC, by pulling ahead in terms of gold, just managed to get a little bit too tanky for their supports to be insta-killed by the Morphling anymore, that Morph could also just stop being a relevant hero, or at least as relevant of a hero as he is. TNC, they send Armel to the front line, have him looking for kills. Blink is going to be marked on the mid lane instead. Agnes gonna be found once again. Agnes gonna be killed once again. TNC
Just what I've been waiting for.
looking to push out the bottom lane one time, just like hero. I mean, on the one hand, they really earn my respect for still trying, for still doing their best to stay in this game. On the other hand, I think they may just have to face that this one's lost. Last game, I get that they kept playing with a last stealer against Terrorblade. Yeah, you don't really have the late game advantage or whatever. But you can still just get lucky with your Stole Basher and kill the Terrorblade once that way.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Fan manages to get out. Brandon Brewy does not on the bottom lane. TNC just too much push. Morphlings, Lincoln Spear. Well, that's a cute Lincoln, but I got an Orchid. Says the Dragon Knight kills off the Morphling immediately. The creep army from the Lycanthrope still doing so much work, and down goes the Void Spirit next. Only Giant still alive. Only Clockwork has a buyback available. Gabby, he does not care if he's dead as long as he takes with him this Venomancer. And well, down he goes. GG being called as Lycan ends it all with one shift, which he gets away with thanks to his Aegis. GG indeed, I mean, TNC in the first game they just did not get the scale. They did not get to have a late game like was planned despite Terrorblade. So in that second game they're gonna say, okay, well, we can't beat them with hyper late game. We can't just out late game.
Yeah, he's been working on it for a while, does get finished up, and this gives him the extra bulk to stand there and fight. I think he realizes that they don't really need a shotgun. It takes a bit too long to build into it. They just need to find these fights.
What was that? Bot lane?
Cheap dance?
No, he was off the map, but I believe he had no TP available. He just went back onto the map.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see that, yeah.
So you used to kind of seeing a sun ray off the map of the TP, but he actually came back in a different position. He didn't actually TP off the map. Alright, what's that? You look at new phase, got lane, Drew. Smoke screen gonna be there, he'll be okay. Hustle gonna rotate in. He does have the dream coil. Cuckoo followed him out, they know he's there. Traps will also get vision, Cuckoo does blinking. He will TP up. Dream coil gonna be wasted. Great juice.
Middle tower is under pressure.
Yeah, that, with all the commitments down bot, they go straight into the Roche pit. And with a corrosive haze, this does not take too long at all.
Yeah, Adam Arrow's on top of that, just to really help out. And they must be aware that this is happening on the side of RR, as Lackey's already running that way. He does have the death so up. Roshan's still very low, but Lackey with that trap giving vision. Roshan's still going down the smoke, being dropped with the sun ray. Roshan's so much of a ring, has picked up the Aegis. He is fine. Now Lackey with the null strike. Egg in the middle of everybody. Will just end up going down Drew. He's being caught out again. GFM, they are not done. They want more alacrity. TPing away. Carl did not have change to cancel that off. GFM, they killed the Roche, not the Aegis, and then done kills on top of that. I think they are very, very happy.
Oh, they definitely are. Are starting to bleed some ground here. They've got to tighten up their engagements. They can't afford to have Drew get caught out like this consistently. He has no farm. He's still saving up for the Fusel, and this is in stark contrast to how well he was doing on the Troll in game 1. So a lot of this now is really just on Alacrity find that momentum for the rest of his team to build off of.
I love the fact that Carl is actually going into a Crimson Guard. When's the last time you saw Crimson Guard Ember?
I want to say never. It's not something you see ever. It's just really nice to have. You know that Cook can't possibly farm it up because he's not given farm for it, so you need it. And that's
goes down. But this is really clever from GameSpan. Like that Crimson Guard. I understood the Vanguard because again it's just so much physical DPS coming out from RR. But now Crimson, you just can't fight as a game fan. Like, there's just no way to get any damage out if you are the Ricky TA. They're gonna smoke up. They'll run straight into KYX, which is gone. The LC, and poor old KYXY only has 10 jewel damage. Stun, not gonna land from Cuckoo. Silenced in from Hustle with a double green coil, but here comes Carl. The Lackey pops the PKE now. A jewel is out onto the slide. He's taking those damage. He does finally go down. KYXY though should drop here to Carl as well. Gets chained up and done die. Now one he will fall to Drew, but Drew is trying to run away from Raven, who is just chasing him down. They commit the egg, but Raven's not done. He wants the Phoenix dead, and he will find it. Now Carl comes in onto Alacrity. That TA is going to melt, and Drew is the only one left. He is surrounded, but do not tell me no one has dust. No,
What?
never has dust. It's just on cooldown, but Drew will get away.
Oh man. That was still a really bad fight for RR. They're not finding the kills they want. They forced a buyback out from Cuckoo though. So it's a bit of a consolation prize, but you do see GeekFam finally pull ahead in terms of net worth. 4K advantage, 11 to 22 minutes in. And RR, they've got to play a lot less recklessly. They need to be able to brute force their way through that Crimson Guard. They need a lot more farm in Drew. This is the biggest issue they've had. Drew cannot find farm fast enough. It's a Ricky he's playing. It just doesn't flash farm. Not flip control. So their pause 1 is just not carrying that weight for them.
Trying. It really does go back to that Crimson Guard though, doesn't it, John?
Yeah.
You saw that last team fight, RR had the advantage. They had the high ground, the initial stun missed, but when you came to that duel point onto Cuckoo, he literally just took no damage.
Yeah,
It's
the Crimson Guard's doing a lot of work. I think on top of that, it's the fact that the fights are super splintered. RR is just kind of scattered around every single time. They don't manage to clump up as well, and they don't have anything to punish a clump up. Like the best they have for AoE is the puck and the egg, and even then, Nuts has not been able to fully channel that egg anyway. So you're losing out on a big 5v5 engagement just by not having that control.
GeekFam, another smoke coming out. I believe that was underneath the observer wall though, and it was. So RR should be. You've got to just Icarus dive out ASAP. I guess for him, he was just going to stand behind to make sure that Lackery doesn't get caught out on the TA. He doesn't currently have a blink dagger, so he doesn't really have that mobility. Has to take the gank for the team.
Yeah, it's not the worst loss. That does reveal Raven's E-Blade as well. So they're fully aware it's up. They do have the BKB on Alacrity to counteract that, but no one else is really kind of safe from that. I guess you could try to dodge it as Ricky, but everyone else is going to be pretty susceptible to that combo. And oh, KYXY.
Yeah, he's been caught out. They can't get the adaptive strike off in time, but it won't really matter. He's in a corner, and there it is. Raven does get the kill eventually. GeekFam now going to start TPing into the mid lane. They saw it through there on the Ricky. Carl with the Moonlight Shadow going to roam in through the big he gets by faster into an arrow, and he just dies so quick. Now away, but Cuckoo is on the chase. Luckily for Nuts, those TA traps are going to slow down the side of GeekFam.
Fortification.
White is still trying to keep up.
In a port in a storm, Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He does have the blink, and he will stick it. Nuts will not get it up.
It's just slowly RR is just losing heroes one by one. You see Drew staying in the lane when he should know better by now. There's just sentries everywhere he would want to farm. And GeekFam has been consistent about that. He needs to find maybe safer jungle farm. That's where they have some vision control. That's the best you can hope for that Ricky. And you take a look at GeekFam, again, they're just kind of out of control. You look at Raven, 9-0 this time. In contrast to game 1, he is doing amazingly well on this morph. He doesn't even have the shaker to turn into.
Dire's middle tower is
on top of that, Carl is going for a Radiance now. So he's feeling himself. Very, very happy with how he's done this game. I can't blame him. However, top lane, Drew. Great dream call out with a huge stream from Alacrity. They need to get out of there. They're always 2 straight off the bat. Although Cuckoo jumps in with a 4-man stun, there's nothing to matter. He will die. Wow. Okay, 3-man dream call to a 3-man smoke screen. That will turn the tides of any fight. And apparently now Carl is still around in the mid lane. He has 3 remnants available. Drew was not able to get the smoke screen off in time.
For a lesson.
That was a big play from Hustler.
Oh yeah, it's what they need. They need control in these fights. Because if they don't land it, they're just gonna get overwhelmed by Geek Fam. And as long as Hustler can keep doing that, you're gonna see a lot of good results. He's got the Blink Dagger up and running as well. So it's gonna be easier to consistently do that. It's just that Geek Fam, I'm sure, now that they're aware, are gonna be a lot more disciplined about that spacing. And the best RR can do right now is to try to take out that tier 2 bot.
Is under attack.
They'll protect one range creep, and that'll be enough to start off the set. But Moonlight Shadow out from Geek Fam. They're more than happy to try and team fight. They won't really get involved. Not quite yet. Now, Zephyr could find a nice arrow to start off, but no, they're just going to try and de-ward their jungle. Trying to get control back their way.
Yeah, that should help out a bit. You still got a lot of room to grow, especially on Drew. Like, his farm has just slowed down so much. He's still trying to finish up the Manta style, which it's still useful, but Dust is your least worry now. Even the Corrosive Haze is the least of your worries. There's just so many other sources of vision that Geek Fam has really been applying, and I think you start to look to Drew to maybe really wait out the BKB first before forcing those aggressive moves. You see Carl finishing up that Radiance you were talking about, and this does give him a lot more presence in the fights, just constant damage coming out, a bit more tankiness overall with the miss chance. That's going to hurt the Alacrity a fair bit.
Oh. Remember now, KOXY would love to find that jewel, but I kind of doubt whether they can get through the all the defensiveness of this Ember right now. Zephyr trying to look for a use, does get it onto KYXY. Now the arrow follow-up is there, but where's the rest of it? Looks like the rest of RR are right behind. Now Alacrity jumps in. Does get 5 blasted up, and Geek Fam are just unwilling to fight right now, it seems. So, Carl does get caught out with the green cord. They're going to try and jump in on the Ember. He does have his team to back him up. They'll just control of KYXY. Now Raven coming in. They blow up the LC. They blow up through on the Ricky. The tips coming out immediately from Cuckoo. And now Alacrity, he's been left alone. He will also die.
With you. What did you learn?
That's what they were waiting for, Geek Fam. They wanted to pay back the side of RR for giving those tips over to them earlier on.
Oh man, RR, that was not the way to engage. Like, sure, you catch out the Ember. You need to catch out 3 of your heroes every single time, not just one. It's not enough to just pin down Carl. The follow-up from the rest of Geek Fam is a bit too much, and with that, Geek Fam, they get to shove in a mid-tier 2. The Roche is up and running. You're just gonna go secure that objective first.
Why not?
A tool to teach.
Easy Roshan to be taken here once again. This will be the second Roshan Geek Fam does play this game. Get bigger and bigger as time goes on, these guys. Ravens are very close now to
The Dire get a ban.
Radiant's turn to ban.
Ten seconds. Dire's ban now.
Here's the Radiant ban.
Ten seconds. The Dire get a ban.
Radiant's turn to ban.
Dire's ban now.
Here's the Radiant ban.
Ten seconds.
5 seconds remaining.
Dire's turn to pick.
Radiant's turn to pick.
Queen of Peace.
Radiant's turn to pick.
Templar Assassin.
Ten seconds.
Radiant's turn to pick.
Dire's turn to pick. Earth Shaker. Ten seconds.
5 seconds remaining.
Dire's ban now. Trient Protector. Ten seconds.
Here's the Radiant ban. Radiant's turn to pick.
Ten seconds.
5 seconds remaining.
Dire's turn to pick. Ten seconds.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant's turn to pick.
Venomancer.
Ten seconds. 5 seconds. What'll it be? Dire's turn to pick. Ten seconds.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant's turn to bat.
Brewmaster. Ten seconds.
5 seconds remaining. The Dire get a ban.
10 seconds.
5 seconds remaining.
Dire's turn
Radiant's
to
turn
pick.
to pick.
Morphling. Seconds.
5 seconds remaining. Anti-mage.
Choose your hero. Prepare for battle.
Bringing the
30 seconds to battle. Cast off the lines. We embark for battle.
mad.
Dire's courier has been killed.
They're filling the guppies with cannon fire. Radiant's courier is drowned in a pool of blood.
Pain.
He's even trying. First blood!
Mysteries.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Meepo! 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 Meepo!
Dire structures are fortified. I think not.
'Twas an act of charity.
Not the journey I expected.
Draw a line to Radiant's middle tower.
It's sinking, just like your ships.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower can't handle this deluge. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Radiant fortified their structures. Attack the heroes!
Radiant's middle tower can't handle this deluge. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is on the rocks. Radiant's middle tower can't handle this deluge.
Tribute to my house. My lot is yours.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Dire's bottom tower is about to flounder.
Radiant's middle tower can't handle this deluge. Radiant's middle tower just keeled over. What's this? Dire fortified their structures?
They'll never find your grave.
time to find a snack.
Radiant's bottom tower is staggering.
Like a drunk sailor.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Radiant think fortification can save them.
Any port in a Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff wind.
Dire's top tower is about to take the plunge.
Radiant's bottom tower has rung its last bell.
Have another, I insist.
Double damage.
Dire's middle tower is under pressure. Are Radiant using echolocation?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Dire's top tower needs some friends.
Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff wind. Radiant structures are fortified.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Worthy tribute.
I was practicing my backstroke. Dire structures are fortified.
Fit for a queen.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff wind. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's courier has been killed. Swallowed up by a bigger fish.
And then by me.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant are scanning for enemies.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under pressure. Roshan has fallen to the Dire. Life springs eternal. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower won't last long. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Dire's bottom tower is about to flounder. Dire's bottom tower couldn't withstand the tide. Dire's top tower is about to take the plunge.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
I could eat one of those. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is drowning. Dire's top tower is about to take the plunge.
Radiant's middle tower can't handle this deluge.
Tis mine.
Haste!
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is about to take the plunge.
Radiant are scanning for enemies. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Dire's top tower is about to take the plunge. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I deserve this.
Dire's middle tower is under pressure. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Fortified structures can't be breached.
I could. Killing spree! Dire's middle tower is drowning. Dominating! Rage! Dire's courier just went belly up. Dire's middle tower is drowning. Dire's middle tower just got knocked down. Dire's courier has been killed.
They're trying to bring down Radiant's top tower. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Radiant's top tower just got sent to the bottom.
Really, Tidehunter?
Dire's bottom tower won't last long. Dire's bottom tower is about to flounder.
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Killing spree! Double kill!
Get me to the understanding.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire structures are fortified. Roshan falls again, like Kunkka will. Dire's bottom tower won't last long. Dire's bottom tower is about to flounder.
'Tis mine.
I deserve this.
My waters rise. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Double damage.
Mega kill! By the wall.
Dominating! Force. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is about to take the plunge. My steed. Illusion.
Radiant's middle tower can't handle this deluge. Radiant's middle tower just keeled over. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Radiant's top tower is on the rocks. Dire have the spyglass at hand.
Worthy tribute.
For my tower.
'Tis mine.
Dire's bottom tower won't last long. Dire's bottom tower is about to flounder.
Weigh anchor! This game is on!
Dire's bottom tower won't last long.
I scream.
Let's run to our fate. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, the mystery deepens.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is about to take the plunge.
Are you even trying?
Bow to your lord. I had time to find a snack. Roshan has fallen to the dire. I can't wait to see Radiant's top barracks fall. Mega kill! Altitude with an attitude. Unstoppable! Dire's top tower is about to take the plunge.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has rung its last bell. Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack. Radiant's bottom barracks have fallen.
Mega kill!
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Holy shit!
Radiant's middle tower just keeled over.
It's all fun and games until someone's frozen solid.
Blessings
Who
upon a
calls the Crystal
loyal
Maiden?
warrior.
You can't run from heaven. Dire's ban now.
Here's the Radiant
The Dire get a ban.
Radiant's turn to
The
ban.
Dire get a ban. Ten seconds.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant's turn to ban.
Dire's ban now.
Here's the Radiant ban.
Dire's turn
Radiant's
to pick.
turn to pick.
Void incarnate.
Alright, and with that, once again, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the second game of the
10
second best of two
seconds.
between TNC Predator and Team Sirius.
5 seconds
Sirius.
remaining.
They got outdrafted with a morphling anti-mage. However, if your morphling is that far ahead, regardless what enemy carry,
Radiant's turn to pick.
Yes, you're gonna win the game because more.
Radiant's turn to pick.
Dire's turn to pick. Dire's ban now.
Enchantress.
10 seconds.
Radiant's turn to ban. Now's the time for diplomacy.
Well, that's rich coming from you, Kunkka. Ten seconds.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant's turn to pick. Welcome back, landlubber. Get any salt in your lungs?
Ten seconds.
5 seconds remaining.
Dire's turn to pick. Earth Shaker. 10 seconds.
5 seconds remaining. 'Radiant's turn to pick.
Dire's turn to pick.
Phantom Assassin.
Ten seconds.
5 seconds remaining. 'Here's the Radiant band.
Tide Hunter. Ten seconds.
5 seconds remaining.
'The Dire get a ban. Ten seconds.
5 seconds remaining.
Dire's turn
Radiant's
to pick.
turn to pick.
Spectre.
Don't you dare pick Tide Hunter.
What? Conquer! 10 seconds.
5 seconds remaining.
Your anger is useless. Distortion. Prepare for battle.
Seconds to battle.
Dire's courier just went belly up. Dire's courier has been killed. I could eat one of those. Finally came up for air.
They're trying to bring down Radiant's top tower.
Regeneration. Earth's bounty.
What ails you?
Visibility. Dire's middle tower is under pressure. middle tower is drowning. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
With my thanks.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Discreetly.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
What's this? Dire fortified their structures? Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff wind.
Dire's top tower needs some friends.
Same as you, Tide Hunter. Radiant's bottom tower is staggering.
Dire's top tower is gone.
Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff wind. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant think fortification can save them.
Any port in a storm. Throw a line to Radiant's middle tower.
It's sinking, just like your ships.
You reap what you sow. Pox upon you.
Heal us.
Turnabout is found.
Killing spree!
Dominating! Triple kill! Bounty. Bounty.
That should help.
Mega kill!
You would not have done well in my service. I scout from kind.
Coin for me.
Dire's top tower is about to take the plunge. Dire's bottom tower is about to flounder.
I amplify my impact. Stars fall.
Killing spree! Double kill!
Cannot escape that.
Dire's middle tower is under pressure.
Radiant's middle tower can't handle this deluge. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower can't handle this deluge. Radiant's top tower is on the rocks.
Radiant fortified their structures. Attack
They're
the
trying to bring
heroes!
down Radiant's top tower.
Kingdom bounty.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Radiant's top tower just got sent to the bottom.
Really, Tide Hunter?
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I shall repay in kind.
Dire's bottom tower couldn't withstand the tide.
Radiant's middle tower can't handle this deluge. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
You have the gratitude of the void.
Coin for me.
Double damage!
Dire's middle tower is drowning.
They're trying to bring down Radiant's top tower.
Dire are scanning for enemies. Are Radiant using echolocation?
Wicked sick! Radiant structures are fortified.
That should help.
And we're underway.
Kindred bounty.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff wind.
Dire's top tower is about to take the plunge. Dire's structures are fortified.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff wind.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Dire's top tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Radiant's bottom tower has rung its last bell.
Dire's middle tower is under pressure. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff wind. Radiant's top tower is on the rocks.
Dire's bottom tower is about to flounder. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Bounty. Bounty.
You plagued me long enough.
Radiant's top tower is on the rocks. They're trying to bring down Radiant's top tower. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Dire's bottom tower won't last long. Dire structures are fortified.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. They're trying to bring down Radiant's top tower. Radiant's top tower is on the rocks. Is under attack.
Become feast for the flesh flies.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Dire are scanning for enemies. Dire's top tower is about to take the Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is gone.
Waves are breaking against Dire's top barracks.
Dire's middle tower is under pressure. Dire's middle tower just got knocked down. Dire's middle barracks have fallen. Dire's top barracks have fallen.
Like stabbing
Dire's
fish in a
bottom
barrel.
tower has fallen. Dire's bottom barracks have fallen.